didn't do that. All right, let's just cheers. Go ahead and start this off.
All right now.
Cheers. All right.
Right here.
We are back. Welcome back to another week, another episode, another vibe, another day in the tribe. To Each His Own Podcast. I am Chrissy Biatch.
And it is Anna.
And together we are.
To each
his own. What's been going on with you, friend?
Nothing.
Just chilling.
Pretty much.
How did I know that was coming?
Because you knew. Because you knew.
First of all, I just noticed the back of your man. It's giving French bun. It's giving twist up. It's giving like a little pretzel twist.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay.
To be tamed.
Did you find that on TikTok?
No, I found that in the depths of my soul. I literally brushed my hair back, twisted it, and tucked it under.
Okay, it was giving creativity like back in the slave days.
Well, I tried.
Okay, soup. I see you. I see the sideburns. Just giving the shanty.
I tried to get the Ashantis together. You know, it don't be working for me.
Giving the oh baby.
Oh baby, ooh baby.
Shut the hell up, baby.
You know that's my part. I don't know if I should wear these tights. I'm a little warm.
You look for is it the liquor?
It
is a little warm in here though. I feel like it may
no,
be
it's
in
hot.
here.
Yeah, it's hot in here.
It may be the studio because I mean I get there may be a little windy outside, but it's not hot.
Right. I mean cold.
I mean it's not cold. That's what I meant.
It's not freezing for whatever reason. Although the temperature say what it say, I feel you on it.
Right.
I was confused too.
Because I need to make sure that I didn't need no extra security to pin down this flag to make sure
the wind ain't woofing the way it was the other day.
Baby, because when I tell you I had 2 extra pins in this wig, I know you ain't lying to me.
I said, oh. Is this Hawaii? I'm dead ass scared.
We was in Chicago, the Windy City.
For real, and I'm so scared that right before we kiss March goodbye, it's gonna be all this snow.
I feel like that too, but it's people saying that they feel like it's the opposite effect. They feel like we're not going to get any snow at all, and I feel like it's going to be one of those 2 extremes. I feel like if we don't get any snow this winter, the summer gonna be hot as fuck, and it's gonna save all the snow for next winter. I'm just saying, winter 2023 might be a crazy ass one if we don't get no snow before this winter is over.
Yeah.
Winter of 23 is gonna be a crazy.
Because even last summer was hot. We had 4 heat waves that was all.
We did. Remember, I almost passed out at one festival we was at.
Yes.
Remember, I almost passed out. I had to get back to the car and take the wig off.
Yeah, it was hot.
I was like, oh Anna, I got to say, I'm like, this wig is too hot, and the wig I had on had too much hair on, and it was too tight. It was too much.
I can't with you.
What?
I was afraid to. I was very.
I said, and I'm going to pass out, and there wasn't no water anywhere.
Yeah.
My water, our
water
was back at the car.
That was.
There was no water anywhere. Everybody had sold out of everything. It was nothing but liquor. The only thing people had to drink was liquor. I said, I can't drink that shit.
Nope.
Then I almost passed out. Remember the man had to give me some water halfway back to the car?
Our uncle. We don't know what his name was. Uncle Leroy gave us some water out the trunk.
His name gonna be Uncle Leroy from the north side.
Right next to the cooler where his Kingsford was at.
He was definitely like in Fairmount Park somewhere, I think. Wasn't we Fairmount Park?
Yeah, we was. Yeah. We was.
Shout out to Uncle Leroy. Thank you, Uncle Leroy, because you saved my life that day.
Girl, we was at, I know where we was at now.
I can't remember what event it was.
We was at Pretty Nasty.
It was?
Yep.
Well, it was a pretty nasty day for me because I was hot as fuck.
It was pretty nasty. It was pretty nasty out there.
Yes. And there was a lot of motherfuckers out there, bitch. I see a lot of familiar faces.
A lot.
And everything. It was a vibe, don't get me wrong, but I was so hot, I was overheating. I couldn't enjoy myself. Like I said, it was definitely the wig.
It was damn near nowhere to park, too. Yeah.
For a fact.
And the heat. It was just
so bad. It was the heat
bad.
and the wig. And you know that heat, but that cat on that hair, that heat be suctioning to my head. My pores couldn't breathe.
Your scalp can't get up.
Yeah, needed to breathe. And I didn't want to take my wig off in that park in front of all them people.
You know, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm ladylike. Now, I'm going to snatch this wig off, but I'm not going to do it in public like that in front of people. I might go into the bathroom and snatch it off. So if you all girls standing in line for the bathroom, you may see that shit, but I'm not going to be just in the middle of the event, wherever it is, and just snatch that bitch
I mean, I feel like the women's bathroom is a safe haven for that, just in case.
Should be.
I mean, we women, like, at the end of the day, it's not like you're showing your private parts or anything like that.
Right.
You're just trying to get your wig back together.
And I had
That's like somebody being in there swooping your edges or something like that. That's the same equivalent.
Right.
Fixing your eyebrow off that you wiped off while you was out there.
Fixing your lash.
There you go, because I'm been mine back down wherever I'm at.
Yeah.
Y'all better believe.
Yeah, so that's just, I might, it definitely should be a safe haven, and I definitely snatched my wig off at work in the bed from a couple of times. And people walking in, Christine, yeah.
Work gets real.
I'm like, just excuse me. I'm in here taking a wig break. I'm in here scratching my scalp. Thank you.
Not a wig break.
I am minding my business. I put that shit right on the conference room table one day. They came here minding my business. I said, I'm in here taking a wig break. Who the fuck told y'all to come to the conference room?
Minding my business. Rolling up on me.
Child, they was fucking hollering. I was dead ass serious. Me and my wig is in here minding our business. Thank you. This is our time reserved in the conference room.
Not you got time reserved. I'm screaming.
Anyway, you want to go ahead and slide into the boss of the week, or you got anything else you want to share with the people before we get started?
I ain't got nothing to share. Except for, it's March or whatever, and all of our shows is coming on. I am excited.
That's a fact.
Power is on the way. BMF has been rocking, socking, and bopping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're gonna be coming back with our decisions. That's about it. That's about it.
I dream about him last name.
That's about it.
Yeah, Lamar is fine.
I'm done. He definitely is though. He definitely caught me off guard. He caught me off guard.
I'm like, ever since I say, he is fine through this scruffiness that they got him playing in this character.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the crazy shit.
I had to look really hard at
first. He is fine.
Especially on certain parts.
He is fine.
He is fine in real life.
He is fine in real life.
They got that scruff down to a T.
Accent.
Yeah, and they hide it so well. I feel like all the British actors they got that down to a T. I don't know that I don't know that American actors could have a British accent as good as well as they mask it and have an American accent.
They do it well.
They do
very, very well. Shout out to the UK actors and actresses. You guys are phenomenal.
Yes.
No more if I see your ass in person. Kofi, whatever his name is.
Ravishing.
Let me tell you something. We gonna have a time if you see me in person. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm screaming.
Anyway, so it's March. Y'all know sometimes we go ahead and we honor the things that we care about that's going on or that are honored throughout the month. So March is Women's History Month or just Women's? What? I don't want to get it wrong. Is March Women's History Month?
Yes, and National Nutrition Month also.
Oh, I forgot how healthy ass was going to add
that. Yep.
You got any keto diets or?
I'm not doing. Drink your herbal teas, eat your fruits and vegetables, drink your water, and mind your business. If you don't drink water, you a nasty son of a gun, and that's it.
That's Auntie's health tip for the week.
That's all.
That is Aunt Chalk's health tip for the week. There you go. There you go. So so in honor of Women's History Month, I did select this boss of the week. So shout out to the Pink Purpose Collection. The brand is a online boutique that sells jewelry and accessories. I was intrigued by this woman's story. Her name is Suzanne Powell. I was intrigued by her brand because she survived breast cancer. So she started the brand, I believe, in 2015. If I'm not mistaken, there is a video on the website that tells a little bit about her story. Mm-hmm. She survived breast cancer and decided to dedicate a luxury casual brand to that. So shout out to her again. That is the Pink Purpose Collection. So on Instagram it's Pink Purpose Collection, all one word. And she is our boss of the week. So in honor of Women's History Month,
yes,
we want to, I guess, for the rest of the month, shout out all female women brands for this month, and big ups to you, Suzanne. So absolutely. Shout out to the Pink Purpose Collection, boss of the week.
Yay! I'm crying.
Yeah. So I enjoyed her story. I remember I was laying in bed going down the rabbit hole of things, and I came across her brand, so I was excited about that. I was like, "Oh, this is deep." It kind of touched my heart a little bit. So I was glad that she decided to start that. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and get started into our first topic of today. It's some shit, y'all. So you want me to play it, or you want to play it and get started?
Yeah, you could cook it if you want to.
Not cook it. All right, give me 1 second.
Understand why black men adhere to any of this to begin with. The reason being is because, first of all, black men. I gotta get up close to the mic and say this one. Black men. Black women are not white women. I'm gonna say it one more time. Black women are not white women. So I don't understand understand why we keep thinking that the same thing that white men doing to white women that don't even work, by the way, don't even work. Their households in shambles too, right? The same things that don't work in their houses, we trying to do the same thing in our houses. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. That's one. Two, black women sincerely have the same survival thrust that black men have. It is a warrior spirit. If you look into the theories of African self-consciousness, posited by Baba Kobe K.K. Cambone, irrespective of gender, black people have an internal drive to live, to thrive, and to succeed. Black people, not black men, black people, which means the same way that you have kings in Africa, you had queens. We like to say that we was kings, and but once again, there were queens as well, and we like to conveniently step over that. The same way there was polygamy, there was polyandry, and we like to conveniently step over that. The same way men had brothels, women also had brothels. We want to step over that. Why? Because we like to hold on to this Europeanized idea of power, which situates power solely within men. African-centered ideologies recognize that both masculine and feminine have power and roles. So if you are Hotep and you misogynistic, brother, you are wildly confused. Wildly. If you are a Christian man, a black Christian, and you're misogynistic, you're wildly confused. Wildly. Right? If you are a black man who believes himself to be a black man and you are misogynistic, you are wildly confused.
Wildly.
Wildly.
Okay.
You are attempting to behave like a white man because we as black men recognize the power and the privilege that white men have, and we want it.
He said what he said. It was a mouthful, but he said what the fuck he said.
Yeah.
And he said it boldly.
Anna?
Well, being a social scientist and studying.
I like the term. I feel like I haven't heard it
so long.
On social science.
And, recognizing behaviors and different responses that people have. And I don't think that anything he's saying is wrong. Like, y'all got it up. Because think about it. What he's saying is true. Basically, when you get to the fundamentals of everything, it's things that they do in their household that do not work for them. And we see that. They struggle with things just like we do. It's just on a different scale, maybe. Or maybe, it affects them in a different way, but it's still detrimental. You know what I'm saying?
And we continue to have this ideology, like he said, this patriarchal or this ideology that all things that they do and the way they handle things are perfect. So we try to mimic that. And again, we still having issues in our household because they're still having issues in their household. So you trying to follow in their footsteps to get things down the right way, it's not working for you.
That's why doing what works for you works the best.
And also the other part of that is, and I really like that he touched on, was the fact that, y'all like to say that there was kangs, and no, we had queens too.
Queens and kangs.
Yes. We had kangs and queens. Yep. And on like that, just like we had polygamy, we had polyandry. Just like, queens have rules, kings have rules. So all of this, a lot of that talk likes to include to be, again, very misogynistic and minimize the fact that women have power as well. Like, bitch, we birthed you hoes. Like, let's be very clear. Let's just go to the basis of what sex and reproduction is. One can't exist without the other. If the egg is not fertilized, you cannot reproduce. You can't reproduce with 2 eggs. You can't reproduce with 2 sets of semen.
Right, exactly.
You have to have one and the other to recreate, to procreate, and reproduce. Period.
Yep. Yep.
Bottom fucking line.
Bottom
And I
line.
appreciate him for pointing that out because I feel like that reaffirms me as, I guess, an independent woman because I'm often told again that, I'm aggressive, that I talk aggressive, my demeanor, for lack of a better term for, let's do the layman's term streetwise, I act like a nigga. I get told that, but I feel like those characteristics of me, I don't act like a nigga. I'm just very strong in those areas that you don't expect me to be, that you only expect from men. You don't necessarily expect from women.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's not my fault.
And it could, because it's a difference between I feel like a woman who acts like she wants to be a man and somebody who has like strong characteristics too. I mean, some people may say that it's at their line, and I can see that. I can see that. I very much so get that.
Yeah,
but you can still be strong and bold and be assertive without, while being feminine. I think that's the two things can be true at the same time. And then you got perception. Somebody may look at you as, oh, because their wife never says they don't want this from their husband, and you're speaking up, and you may not be saying it in a disrespectful way, or you might not be trying to emasculate him like they always like to say, they still might not be receptible to it. They still might not receive that, because for the simple fact that you opened your mouth and said something, you had the nerve to toot up your mouth and open it. Shut your pie hole, like my mom used to say. That's how they feel. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to shut you up and just kind of say, go on about it. But
right, and again, it's only because I'm a woman.
Yeah, right.
If I was a man, this would just be a debate between two men.
And a black woman at that, just like, I get it. Maybe they do act that way because they do want to have that same power. But what power? Because at the end of the day, as thinking about it from a woman, I don't give them the power that society says that they have. If that makes any sense. I know I probably sound like a rebel when I say that, but it's just like, they're human just like we are.
Right.
I mean, while I do realize that, they are in control of a lot of different things and what they put policy, things like that. But still, they're still human. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I don't think their lives is no better than ours is.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to just take you back to the hood with it again, because at the end of the day, most of our gateway drugs is marijuana. Culture-wise, they either start in the prescription cabinet.
Oh, Jesus, please. Don't do that.
Or elsewhere.
But nowadays, that's probably, I can argue that that's kind of changing a little bit, because these kids is into a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they starting to get very different.
Yeah, because it's giving the syrups and the perks and all that,
Yeah, and that because
we're spiraling out of control. How do we get here?
We are spiraling.
But anyway,
back on topic. But this nigga was talking his shit, and I thank him.
Right.
Okay. So, Mr. Whoever you are, let's see if you guys on podcast. Maybe we could find this man to do a little virtual conversation.
Maybe he might have to come on for a panel discussion.
Yeah, we might have to get him back to the table depending on where he at. I appreciate you, my good
brother.
Yes, I
do.
Said if you're a black man, if you're a black Christian, he said if you're a man,
and you're
misogynistic, you are wildly confused.
You are
wildly confused.
And
I appreciate it for that. I know what song you was going into with that. But it's Sunday, because I thought it was Kurt Franklin for a second. I went to church this morning. You just say I didn't understand what was going on, because I was ready to go right back into praise and worship, just like this. Okay? But again, I appreciate him for that. I think what he said was absolutely true. And yeah. Let's go into the next one. So while we're talking about, misogyny and femininity, I guess, and all those kinds of things, let's just introduce our next topic, because I think our next topic is very much so feministic, if that's even a word.
I'm done. I'm done.
And I think you did you pull this one out, or did I pull this one out? I think I pulled this one out.
I don't know.
I did. So I came across the tweet of a young lady that stated,
You definitely did do this one, sorry.
I did. I think I did it. The young lady tweeted, I don't post pictures for niggas' attention. This is for the girls. Being called pretty by a pretty girl always going to hit harder than coming from a nigga. And I don't think I really would have paid a whole lot of attention to that tweet specifically if it wasn't for all of the comments that I saw that followed up afterwards, because I didn't realize on a surface level, because I never really thought about it, that so many women felt this way. I saw so many comments, supporting the statement, supporting the tweet, and I was just like, well, damn, I'm like, when I think about it, I'm like, I never really thought about it, but now that I do, I'm like, which one hits harder? I'm like, yeah, I guess hearing it from another pretty woman would hit harder, because, and I'm just more appreciative of it simply because that's another woman not being a hater.
Right, but I'm laughing at these comments because we over here having all these positive thoughts, but boy, man, oh man, these comments have changed since the last time you looked. Because it is funny. This is funny. Somebody said women don't get tired of feeding themselves lies. True, but not true. I do this for the niggas too. I'm screaming.
That's so funny because as I just scrolled, I just saw that one. I do think we do it for. I think generally we do this. We do this makeup thing for those who do for guys, or for for men for us to be appeasing on the eyes. Mm-hmm. But again, when you come across a woman and she, oh girl, you look cute, or even if she compliments something that you have on, or your hair, or your nails, or it could be something small. Mm-hmm. It does hit, because again, I can appreciate the fact that you're not a hater, because oftentimes you may see another woman who you may feel like is on the same level as you, and you automatically look at her as competition for what?
Oh yeah, y'all can't live like that.
And you know what? Now that I'm saying it, and based off the misogynistic topic that we just came off of, I do feel like women become competitive in that nature, especially given, I guess, the scenario which they're in. Like, say you're in a lounge environment, something recreational. Okay. I'm just thinking about something recreational. Say you're at an event or something like that. I think that women who do hate in situations like that, you only draw this competitive mindset because you feel like you guys attract the same men. And you feel like that's where the competitiveness comes in there, because you're going to draw attention away from possibly something that I may actually want.
When the whole time, unless you are...
That's really the only way I can kind of make sense of it, though. Because I was like, it's like, but who gives a fuck? A man going to choose who he going to choose no matter what.
Yeah, also, I just feel like we've all been in a situation where we had somebody try to approach us and we didn't feel like we were typically their type either. So who's to say that you only attract that one?
Definitely.
I mean, but while I do feel like there are women who are stereotypical, who do attract a stereotypical type of guy, yes, because they do certain things, they project themselves certain ways, they carry their self a certain way, so they attract certain types of men. Understandably so. I do believe that is true.
And I feel like those types of women are the majority of the hater ones.
I
the
get
ones
what you mean.
Who won't give compliments. But again, I don't think that
you just made me think about Bel Air.
That comment was wrong. Like, yeah, I think most women do it for the guys, but it's a good moment when you can have another sis be like, hey, you're wrong, and not be hating about it.
Like it.
Right, and I have to snatch a bitch up. You could be like, hey, It could be a smile instead of a snatch,
Yeah, and listen, and for me, I'm just me. I just be right here. I'm just here. I'm always just neutral with it. Whatever. If somebody say something, I'm always nice. I'm giving them a compliment back. Whatever, like that. If they don't have nothing to say, then neither do I. Okay, just keep it pushing. See you. Bye.
Yeah, because bitches I'm definitely complimenting bitches, and they have it. Yeah, or they kind of was like taking there like, oh, thank you. Bitch, I didn't have to say anything.
Yeah, there you go.
And my response back is, well, fuck you too, because I didn't have to say anything.
There you go.
Now, see, now when I come at you with that energy, I bet you don't want to get in there. You don't want to get into that dog fight with me.
Come on, Eve. Getting on my nerves.
You're saying when the pit bull in the skirt comes out.
Making it hurt.
Okay, just saying. So, I mean, yeah, it's a good feeling. Like I said, I felt like all of my friends, of course, you include, I feel like all of my friends are like good girls or good women in that aspect. Like they always can compliment other women because they're very confident within themselves.
Right.
I feel like all of my girlfriends are cute. They have their own styles. They can walk into a room within their own right and turn heads.
No,
and then when we walk in as a pack, or if we walk in with multiple of us, it's just like
a rainbow on steroids.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's definitely giving Baskin Robbins because it's giving flavors.
There you go. Not come on, Baskin. Come on, Baskin.
It's giving Melanin Robbins.
Baskin.
It's giving Melanin Robbins because we got all types of flavors.
Okay. Yes.
It's giving light skin, dark skin, chocolate, corn. Okay.
Savor the flavors.
Period.
Holla at you later.
I like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
You have any other feelings about that? I just thought that was interesting.
No, that's deep. Yeah.
But I really didn't think, like I said, a lot of women really felt like that. I was kind of intrigued by the fact that so many women kind of had like a aha, like a moment.
Especially nowadays, like with the mean girl culture, it's crazy. So I could see how somebody could really feel like, even more so than I do, like, oh my God, like that is just such a sigh of relief. It's like a sigh of relief, like, oh goodness, like not even just a sigh of relief, like they need that validation, just like, oh, okay, like cool, like, you know what I mean? Because it does say something about your confidence when you compliment other people and not have it be, you know, a half-ass, a backhanded compliment or anything like that. Just a flat out, simple, nice compliment. That's not coming from any other place but your heart, you know?
And real quick, I think it's interesting because, I'm sorry, you started to say something.
Go ahead. No, finish your thoughts.
Somebody, real quick, these other two comments that I just saw before I closed it, somebody, it was a woman that commented that said, or gay men, because gay men always tell the truth. That's a fact. I think I can agree with that. But of course, just to take a quick rewind to the misogynistic shit, it would be a man that comments and says, all cap, if men ignore a woman, no likes or compliments or any attention on social media, they would lose it. I feel like you don't get any likes or any attention. I feel like he might be ugly, and that's why he got this shirt open. And his avatar. I
wouldn't lose it, only the people, because you want to know why? I don't let social media validate me. It's been plenty of times you may post a picture and may go crazy and be like, wow, I thought you could, you be like, wow, I didn't expect this picture to go this crazy. I didn't expect this many people to like this picture. You know what I'm saying? But people post with the intention of like, you know what? I'm about to get the most likes. I'm going to have the flyest caption. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. It's even people, if they don't get enough likes, they will take that shit down and repost it because they want to get the most reactions and notifications from that post because they feel like it is warranted. And it's weird, but people do that. So
I'm sorry, and not to cut you off, I just had to go to his fucking post because there's always somebody who fucking looks weird as shit saying some shit. and no shade to my fucking
research
man.
Over here.
I am no shade to my fucking man because this the real famous. You are a fucking mess. He looks like a gay Jeezy.
Oh.
He looks like Jeezy if Jeezy were to be flamboyant. Am I lying? Am I lying? With this fucking Jerry curl by and your name.
He looks like someone else, but I can't think of the other person too. Though he looks like a fuse between two different people. I can't think, but I see Jeezy though.
I know what you're trying to say, and I'm like, I can't think about who that person is too. But then you got the famous. Is this famous from Canaan?
Absolutely not. It's not. That is not famous.
No. Stop. Is this famous?
No, stop. No, it's not. Stop. You better stop. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You get on my nerves.
The Queen's rapper. Ain't he from the same place?
Oh my God. Like, you have to stop. Like, I see what you're doing and I'm not doing that. I'm not. Girl, they want to listen.
And if anybody know him, slide in my DM and let me know if you're because I need to know. Talking all this shit. It's always somebody with a comment like that look like something crazy. I don't give a fuck, and I always do my research. I don't give a fuck, and that's why I make sure my avatar always cute because I know somebody gonna do it to me.
Speaking of it, not to get too far off topic, but recently the boy, did you see the girl? I forgot her name, a light skinned girl. She on podcasts and stuff like that. She on radio, and she from New Jersey and she from Newark, and her and Michael B. Jordan went to the same high school or some shit like that. And she made a comment back in the day, not back in the day, in 2021 on her podcast saying that he was like the corny guy or whatever like that.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did see that, and it was funny as shit because he was on the red carpet. He played the shit out of her. He was like, "Oh no," he said, "Oh no, I'm corny." He said some shit like, "Oh no, I'm corny," right? Like he played the shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Like he really played. She was like, Stop. I didn't say it. He said, no, you definitely did.
You don't say you didn't say it.
You didn't say it. Because it's like, bitch, and especially for somebody, because I know you would take a moment like that and blow it the fuck up. I know you
like it might depend on what mood I'm in, honestly, because it's just like.
Especially if y'all knew each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not like, like, you know how it's people you go to school with, but you not buddy, but y'all know you are. I went to school with you. Like, are you going to really sit here and try to fucking play with me, dog? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Girl, he
but
just
like, I think it's like, if you Courtney and you knew you was, if you knew you had a glow up period, it's just like, why be kind of salty?
She's like, no, but it's working for you. It's working for you. I mean,
yeah, like, clearly
like, that's not what I said. Honestly, for me, I wanted to see the clip. I didn't get a chance to see it, so I'm gonna go back and look.
Funny.
But that the look on her face when he addressed it was fun, because he was calm as shit. He wasn't hype, like, but it's just that's what funny. He said to her. And it was just like, oh, psh, psh. She was like, I didn't say that. She was getting all nervous. It's like, bitch, don't get nervous now. Stand in your truth.
Yeah, but I say, if you said it, you said it. Like,
all right, like, what you want to fight about?
Like, bitch, I wore glasses forever, and they was think I couldn't wait to get out them bitches.
So somebody called me 4 hours, they called me 4 hours.
Exactly, they called me 4 hours for the fucking longest, and I had acne early. Like, I had acne when I was in elementary school.
Girl.
Like, so it was bad. I had a triple entendre because I ain't had no titties neither. And you know, we grew up in that generation where bitches was just blowing up out of nowhere. We started that shit.
Yes, it was like I think it was the whole milk.
Yeah, that shit was built like grown ass woman in like
the whole milk.
I was tall as shit. Niggas thought I was a grown ass woman. Oh, but you ain't got no titties, bitch. I know. Shut up. Your mother.
Yeah. Your mammy.
Like the shit. The fuck.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. Sorry.
That is funny. I didn't see that. Now I'm interested to.
I mean, he is the you know, he is that his personality.
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely. I wouldn't think that she was lying when I saw that. Like, okay, yeah, like it's giving you probably the corny guy had to glow up. Like, it's okay. It's so many people that we know like that, though.
Right. A lot of people, a lot of stars like in Hollywood are like that.
Yeah, like everybody knows somebody like that. Like, come on now. Like, y'all was all weird back in the day. Don't see your price. Like, who gives a fuck?
Right. Little finger to the law, nigga, grab my balls.
Period. Okay.
What's the third one, though? Oh, wait a minute. I feel like we should take a break.
All right. Yeah, I think so, too. Pause. Flag on the play.
Are we still recording? And we are.
Let's
Amen.
go.
Let me look at... Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I just needed to triple check that. All right, now.
And see.
I did this.
Yes, okay. You did.
So, the third topic, we're going to ease right on into that. Because the way Michael B. Jordan just sunned her on the carpet, that was funny. But we're going to move right along, you know. I was just telling my cousin that as women, we should only become moms if we reconcile that we may have to be the sole parent and are okay with it. You can cross all the T's and dot all the I's with choosing a man, but he shouldn't be considered into your decision to be a mom. I feel that even if you are married, you should go into motherhood with the expectation that you will co-parent even in a 2-parent household. Starting a family with the expectation that a man gonna show up the way he's supposed to is a recipe for disappointment. Are you ready? Do you want to be a mother strong enough to do it by yourself? If you found out you were pregnant on Monday and the N-word left you on Tuesday, are you still excited about being a mom? And honestly, I just had a very important conversation with somebody recently. And I feel like they had another aha moment. They had a recollection of an aha moment. And it was, you know, based on talking about being a parent. Like, oh, shit, I'm really responsible for somebody else. Yeah, you are. So all this kicking and screaming that you're doing because you're going through something, it's fine. It's fine to feel a type of way if you're going through something because things happen in life. But you also need to gather yourself and set an example for your child. Like, honestly, it doesn't mean that you don't have to stop living. But when you're a parent, like, you have to figure out how to maneuver. You know, you're going to make mistakes, but of course you will want to make as least mistakes as possible. Like, oh, shit, irrevocable damage right there. It's like, please don't let this be every Tuesday that this is happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, I think that...
if it does.
Yeah, people, that one part of that slide that resonated with me was just the part where she was just like, you know, if you find out that you're pregnant on Monday and the N-word leaves you on Tuesday, are you still excited about being a mom? Because let's be for real. Even if they don't choose to leave you, there are situations where people don't have the other parent alive for different reasons. It could be terminal illness. Something could happen to them, like a crazy accident. Anything. They may be put in jail for not even doing anything. We're black. It's a lot of different things that can happen to us. I don't think, you know, we think about a lot of different things. So you got to keep that in mind. Is this a person that's going to always make sure they make it home? I think about stuff like that. Because if you can't gather yourself for the sake of your child, that means that you're willing to put everything in jeopardy, and you can't do that. Sometimes you really got to turn the other cheek in situations. Whereas if you didn't have no kids, you probably would just, if it was a Tuesday and you was feeling froggy, you might have left. You might have left. You know what I'm saying? So everybody does say, and I pay attention to that. Everybody say, yeah, you say you're gonna do this when you're a parent, and I feel y'all when y'all say it's like a switch goes off. You start thinking about life differently. You approach things differently. So with that being said, I feel like people need to have these real conversations. Just like I said, we need to start learning about child development, what it takes to, with understanding it, and what it takes, and being responsible, like learning about how to, uphold your household, what a responsible parent does, how to care for another living being that's not independent yet. Yeah. Did I put it right? Yeah, I think I did. But go ahead. Yeah.
And if I can just raise my hand, just to slightly interject, I would like to say that I think that this is one of my personalities.
Me too, though.
I think that,
with the questions that she's asking.
Yeah, I think that she's one of my personalities because this entire thread, I've had this conversation with myself in the exact format more than once, which is why at a very young age, in several different phases at a point in my life. And after each assessment, I've came to the same conclusion. Hell no.
I understand.
And I think that, and I also thought about your mom. Because, we knew each other for a long time. I think about your mom and the other moms who say, listen, no matter what the father's decision was, I made a decision. This is who I decided to make a child with, and whether he decides to stay or leave, or no matter how effective or no matter how active he decides to be in this child's life, I want to be a mother no matter if he's here or not. This is the role that I decided that I want to play. And I feel like women like that have processed all of this, all of what she's saying in this thread.
Especially with not being married, too.
Right. They processed all of that and made that decision. And I feel like women like that are the best moms. Because y'all made the decision that, listen, we going to fight this thing I wrote. This is something that I wanted. So no matter the burdens, the trials, the tribulations, or any of that comes across with this responsibility, I wanted this. And I want this for myself without anybody else's opinion or perspective being involved in it. This is something that I want no matter what, without anybody else involved.
Yep, and I feel like we are the epitome of what the opposite of that looks like because we choose not to. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so, you can't shame me into it. Like, even when, with the conversation we was having the other day, like, what the hell do y'all mean just have a kid? I don't want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not just one. No, not just one. I thoroughly want to enjoy my life and be selfish and enjoy the fruits of my labor that I'm working so hard for right now.
But the last thing I hate to hear a parent be like, well, I hate to hear a parent on social media or complaining about, like, I don't understand. People you stressed out about not having a babysitter. Like, people just don't understand. I just need to break this and this and this and that. You decided to have those children. I understand. I get it. Life happens and everybody needs a break, no matter if you have kids or not, because life going life no matter what.
Yep, life has no.
I get it, but on top of that, you made the decision.
Yep.
To have these children, so you cannot be upset or fault other people if they don't want to make the decision to be helpful or resourceful to you, because of the decision that you made individually and independently. That decision that you made has nothing to do with them. They have a choice on whether they're going to want to support you in that matter or not, but you can't be mad when they say no. One thing, I don't like when parents get upset or be frustrated because they can't find anybody to say yes to them in the moment that they want them to.
But also be okay with and appreciate the fact that people can be truthful with you and say no.
Right, because you don't want to take your child and knock them the fuck upside the head.
There you go. Think about picking a godparent. Just for this instance, as an analogy. This is a person that is designated, because let's be real about the real definition, not what 2023, not the person that's going to blow all the fly shit and have them in the latest. That person's out. We're talking about the person that you're deeming responsibility to in the event that something happens to you and you are no longer able to be a parent to your child on this earth physically, period. They are to take over and assume every duty that you would. So you have to have faith and be confident in this person that they will be able to take care of your child as close to or just like you would, right? Mm-hmm. So why, like, I don't understand. Like, I'm confused by that.
And with that being said, of course, we're custodial parents or biological parents, but we both have godchildren that we assumed, official responsibilities for. And again, I had to even think about that when I agreed to that responsibility, because I knew, like, all that you just entailed, taking over if something happens to the parents, so on and so forth. You have to be prepared for that. Yep. Something happens to the parents when the child is an infant, when the child is 3, 10, 42. You don't ever know when something is going to happen. You have to be prepared.
And you may outlive their biological parents. So then you
have to be prepared.
There you go.
To step up. So I had to think about all of those things, and I told myself, I had a conversation with myself and God.
There you go. That's the one that you need to call.
And I said to myself, you know what? And because I think I would heavily press and allow me to make my decision to say yes to becoming a godparent is because I know I'm choosing not to be a biological parent. And, knowing that I'll have somebody that I can have that similar, because it's not the same, knowing somebody I can have that similar connection with, and, be able to pour into, continuously and leave some sort of legacy and mark with.
Because we're here to love others too, ultimately.
Right.
So that's I love someone outside of myself.
Right. I will absolutely
non-romantically
take that. Right. I will absolutely take that. So I decided to say yes, and even currently to this day, my baby is 7 years old, and again, I think about that all the time. Like, damn, something happened to her parents today or tomorrow, and again, I just mentally kind of prepare myself because I said yes. Yeah. I don't want to biologically have children, so I said yes to that. I didn't have to go through the struggles of stretching out my body. Yeah. I ain't have to change no diapers. I ain't have to teach no potty training. All of that shit is already done. Yeah, or breastfeed. All of that is done, and I just can continue to pour into the child, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, whatever that I need to do. So I'm okay with that, and I love being a godmom. But even with that, like we said, all of that mental preparation that the thread went to, and when it comes to being a biological parent, I got to go through that mental preparation when it comes to even being around my godchild. I had, when her mom reaches out to me, hey, would you be able to take her this day? Or if I reach out to her and say I want to take her this day or spend this amount of time with her, I have to know that I am in a mental space that I can be able to tolerate to be around her.
Yeah, well, I mean,
my life is not childproof.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right, and again, period. My life
child
is
friendly,
not child-proof,
child-oriented.
Exactly. None of that. I am a
mine is work. Yes. So it's real extreme with me once I'm done with work.
And because I don't work with kids no more, you already know I'm really done with that.
Right.
So I'm like, my life is not child friendly. So I have to, change some things around if I'm going to be around her. I got to remember, not to curse as much when I'm around her. Not to say certain things, not to do certain things, not to present certain things, and be more conscious of my whereabouts and the things that I'm doing. Yep. Because it's a child watching me. And her mom says all the time, this is your child. Like, she is your little girl act just like you. Like, and you know Lou, when she act just like me. So it's just like, I have to be conscious of these things. Now I laugh when she do and say certain things, because I just be shaking my head to myself like, I am really not appropriate to be around a child. No matter how much I try to be conscious of things, some things just slip out a lot, unfortunately. And I just be like, damn, I'm glad that it's not biologically mine.
But think about parents. But I mean, we ain't no different. And it's so funny that we're so hard on ourselves with that, because think about parents. Like, they and think about actually being a mom. Kids act the worst with their moms. Like, they don't be pulling their SHIT with their dads. But think about how bad.
Being conscious because we tell my kids, why are you spelling out cussing?
Because I'm just trying to limit myself. I'm trying to make a change in 2023. Don't mind if I do. Thank you.
Wait a minute, excuse. I'm sorry. Go ahead, friend.
I'm trying to be better.
Not me.
Yes, you trying to be better too.
I'm trying to be better, but I ain't gonna stop the fuck cussing.
Anyway, but back to what I was about to say. This is one thought I had burning in my head. So this part stuck out to me too. He shouldn't be considered into your decision to be a mom. That statement can be very confusing, because there's a difference between considering someone to be the other parent, and considering being a parent yourself.
Right.
Outside of that, separately as an individual.
And if you read that too fast, you will confuse
the two. So and it was like, damn, that part hit home. I'm like, yo, initially that's what drew me in to keep looking. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm like, because I talk about this often. I'm like, and I don't want it to come off as we're being, motherhood is horrible, it's terrible. I mean, it's some shit that they do. I'm sorry, there I go cussing. It's some things that they go through. It's some things that they endure that they don't glorify and make beautiful, and they don't tell you about it at all. They don't tell you how you be pissing and stuff because they done sat on your bladder. That's what I'm saying. Neck get black, nose spreading, feet fat, can't wear no shoes.
My nose already wild.
You can't do nothing. Certain smells make you nauseous. Certain foods you just you hate. Things that you love you can't eat no more. It's a lot. They get bigger. You can't breathe. Can't walk. Yeah, I done seen babies lay this way. They look like a football sitting, like literally stretching their rib cage out. Woo, it hurts me. Hurts my soul. But there are also beautiful things about it. I've also seen women who carry beautifully, who love pregnancy and stuff like that. But you just never know what you're gonna get. It's like a little box of chocolate, a little assorted.
And I don't got time to take them chances.
And the gamble was crazy.
I don't gamble, so when I'm not gambling with life.
Yeah, when you're thinking, I just want people to be more thoughtful about that. Because they say keep in mind who you're having kids with. Yeah, that's true. But also keep in mind that you're still responsible for this child regardless of who you chose. So if they're not responsible, so regardless if they're rising to the occasion or not, you still gotta, make up for that deficit as best as you can and find role models to, try to help build that child up and fill that void, because I still think that they need both parents. In some way they gotta have, some mentorship,
Yeah, both roles are very
important. I think we unpacked that really good.
Aunt Chop, you did that.
I think that was a good
topic. That's all you, Aunt Chop. You did that.
Shut up. I hate you.
Working with the kids and everything. That's Aunt Chop.
Yeah, we be trying to help the kids.
Remember Aunt Jay?
That was the last one.
I'm on the phone and I'm chilling.
I can't deal with you.
Remember that shit? That was my shit.
Yes. Did you the other day when they was battling at the Sixers game? That was funny, but
it gets ghetto at the Sixers game.
It was a little young white boy against the black old head. Yo, they was getting it.
The Sixers game gets ghetto.
It gets
Billy goes and I hate that fucking little stupid dance that y'all do. I hate it. Yeah, that rock shit, it fucking irks me. I want to
move your hips.
I just want to take a rock and knock you upside the fucking head when I see y'all doing that shit. That's what I want.
They do it. It's that. I feel like I equated it to that's their routine. Because the adults was like, what are y'all doing?
And Wu-Tang just got a lot more motion, a lot more arm motion.
And then D-Mac, Jesus.
Yeah. And when you put the Wu-Tang and the D-Mac together, bitch, that's a battle for real.
It gets ghetto.
And don't add the heel toe with the quick boy, bitch. Don't do it. Don't do it. The heel toe with the Harlem Shake, bitch. I was the queen of that back in the day.
It got real ghetto just now.
Speaking of ghetto, we just gonna slide right into our "Where Were You" moment, because this was one of Anna's ghetto ones. Anna, where was we?
The last segment of the show. My part. You know that's our song, y'all. We don't know what he be saying.
First of all, shout out to the fucking dish day, because we on the way. Anyway. So shout out to dish day, because we on the way.
I'm sorry, that's one of the best, what's it called?
Isn't that Burna Boy?
Yeah.
Him and
Tom.
I mean, like all the the reggae and the
Afrobeat artists.
I get all them artists mixed up.
I don't. Wizkid has his own sound.
I don't know who's who. I don't know who's what. I know I be fucking bopping. My hips get to move, and I don't give a fuck who it is.
I just know, and I don't be knowing the titles or all the artists. I just know the when I hear the song, I'm like, oh, I be listening to this joint.
Right. I know the different artist names, but I don't know who's on what song. I don't give a fuck. As long as my hips rock. Who gives a fuck?
Every time the beat drop.
The fuck.
So.
I know, where was we? Let me see. I got to say this. I know, where was we at, bitch? Let me tell you something. When you snatch the fucking mic from the DJ in the middle of the club just to shout out Philly, and then right after that you started a whole fucking dance battle in the middle of the fucking dance floor. Yes, Anna did this shit in real life. This is a real memory.
I was hiding.
Okay? It was a real memory. Nobody knew. Anna was right by my side at first. I was just talking to the bitch. And next thing you know, the bitch is gone. So we looking for her for a few moments.
Blueberry Pimp kept trying to give us drinks that was already poured, and I told him I don't want that. I need to see the bartender pour my drink.
And I went right to the bar with his ass, and that's when I couldn't find you because you was at the DJ booth, bitch.
Girl,
that bitch I went to the bar. We couldn't find, and this bitch went to the DJ booth. All of a sudden, I hear a familiar voice. Mind you, we're in the club, y'all. Like 50 Cent in the club.
We was in Arizona, to be exact. Not that we ever knew Arizona could get like that. That was our first time.
That's why I'm like, I know when the Super Bowl went this year, I know that shit was because we know how lit Arizona is. And we was in Phoenix, to be exact.
Okay.
Phoenix was the fuck lit. Okay? This bitch snatched the mic from the fucking club DJ, y'all. I thought I heard a familiar voice in the middle of a club. How do I hear a familiar voice in the middle of the club? I'm supposed to hear music.
Child,
in the middle of the club, Anna snatches the mic, says whatever the fuck she said. All I know is she was shouting out Philly. When he heard Philly, that's all he needed to hear because y'all know Meek came on right after that.
It just was.
Meek came on right after that. He let her. That was her intro song. And then right after that, meanwhile, all I saw was the space collide be created within the middle of the fucking dance floor.
The Red Sea.
The Red Sea be party, and it was Anna. You ain't fuck that goddamn Lawrence, to be exact.
That was the first time I ever met him. Lawrence. Yo, we was battling some other people.
Shout out to our good friend fucking Lawrence.
L Boogie.
L fucking Boogie. You niggers. That's you niggas and niggas. After she had her Meat Mills intro song. Okay? And I don't even think that came out yet at that time, did it?
Who?
The Dreams and Nightmares. Dreams and Nightmares wasn't
out at that time, no.
I think it was like House Party or something like that he played. Yeah. It was like a Meek song when you said you was something like, bitch. After he played her intro, bitch, it was like she was Rihanna in the halftime Super Bowl show. He played her intro song, and that bitch for the whole team. Okay? Her fucking L Boogie got the fuck down, started a whole line dance, Soul Train shit in the middle of the motherfucking club, okay? They started a whole Afrobeat Soul Train line, okay? Because nobody was doing no regular bop shit. Everybody was winding.
We got the party started. Tell me that we didn't, honestly, I don't remember walking up to the DJ.
Bitch, I'm like, when did she
I don't remember that part.
I didn't even know where the fuck the DJ booth was.
I came back into myself, and next thing I know, I was holding on to the flat screen TV. I just remember
the bitch had a whole flat screen.
Standing on, you know how they got the couch part? I had a flat screen. The joint that club was rocking, yo. You can't tell me we didn't turn that club out.
Y'all think it's just me? I told you.
We turned it, and we had a damn good time that night, okay? And it was unexpected because we went through a little.
It was rain.
We went through a little situation at the door. My one girl forgot her ID. Yeah. We finesse got in because that's what we do. Okay. If I wrote about that business, hey, that's my song. And then Blueberry Pimp was all up in our face, kept trying to buy bottles and drinks and stuff. Pimp. We had a little section and stuff. It was lit.
Did we take somebody's section or did we buy that? All right, did we take somebody else's?
Girl, I don't know. I just know I was on the couch and the couch was ours.
It was. It definitely.
we had the little tables and all that.
It was a whole patio section. I was out there with them too.
Yeah. I don't even remember a patio, y'all. Girl, I was on the dance floor.
This is probably right before you had the TV. The flat screen.
I'm like a 65-inch. Like the joint was on the wall and I was moving it like this.
Like the bitch was moving it like.
But I had the mic too, didn't I? I don't know. Or was I just did?
That was at the DJ booth, bitch. You was everywhere across the club.
That was my club though. Now, shout out to Arizona. I can't remember the club. We looked online and found the club. We wanted to listen to some hip hop
music. Bobby fucking Hughes.
That's what it was. Yup. I hate you. The fact that she remembers. But anyway, y'all, that was a good memory. We wish we could have took y'all with us. Everything we're saying is 100% true.
Yes. Hopefully, when we get our, subscriptions for y'all to join.
Yes.
Either our Patreon or whatever website we decide to go and have y'all follow us on. We'll have more stories, more friends to come join us.
Yes.
So more of our stories because y'all probably these bitches is lying at.
More elements to the show. Yes.
And more elements will be added to the show so y'all can get more energy, more of us, more vibes from the tribe.
Yep. Because we definitely are making. I can say this. We're not me moms anymore. Because it's so hard to go out in Philly a little bit because you want to be safe. You want to wherever you are. There's a lot that goes on. We also like to party with the mature crowds that do fun shit. So, we are making it an effort to be more, out there. So look out for that. We'll be giving y'all, when we go places and we do things,
we tag them when we're outside.
There you go.
It's the meetups for me.
That's going to be on the subscription. That's going to be on the subscription side of things. So, yeah, look out for that. It's coming. But thank you for tuning in.
Subscribe to the free shit wherever you watch or listen to us. And we thank y'all for joining us this week.
Yes.
I am Chrissy Bill.
And it is I'm Chalk. And together we are To Each His Own.
See y'all next week.
Enjoy your week.
Bye.